Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison, and today we have JG Billiards on 1570 rating versus Surge99 on 813 rating. So JG quite deep into the top 100, Surge making their way back up. They have been a top 100 player before. Opening hands are Miracle Fusion, Gauze, Machina Force, Scrap Recycler and D-Prison. So this is going to be JG Billiards kind of famous Scrap Recycler Steamroid Hero Machina deck. And we've got MST, Honest, Lumina, Raikou, Celestia and Gareth on this side, so this is Lightsworn. So let's set the Raikou pass, draws into the gear frame. Gear frame coming down now, adding Machina Force. Yeah, should that not be... Oh no, sorry, I guess I got the Scrap Recycler for the Fortress. So yeah, I was just querying there if this one of these should be a Fortress, but no, it shouldn't. Scrap Recycler, when it's normal summoned, you send a machine from deck to graveyard. A lot of the time we see JG sending Steamroid and then using like a Steamroid and a gear frame or whatever to get themselves an extra draw, but like a lot of the time we also see them send Fortress, so they can actually instead just fill their hand with forces and grab the Fortress that way. So gear frame going to come in. That's going to proc the Raikou to destroy it. Raikou is going to mill the Eren, another Raikou, and the Wolf. Wolf's going to summon out. Draws into Celestia now. Yep, okay. Lumina coming out now. Lumina gets to pitch Garroth and summon Garroth. The famous Lumina Garroth combo, my favourite. So Gauze is going to come down on the Lumina summon. Yeah, may as well. Take out the token. Sets the MST, goes to end phase where Lumina and Gareth are going to go off. So mills Plague, Card Trooper and Reincarnation with Lumina. Mills Celestia. Ooh, Celestia Foolish with Gareth. Gets to pick up one. Draws into a Jane. Very nice. Draws into the Miracle Fusion here. Not seeing the hero engine where they would like to, but Scrap Recycler is going to dump the Machina Fortress. Force is going to bring it back out. Yep. Gauze into attack. Machina Fortress is going to try and get in. That's going to be successful. Yeah, you don't really want to Honest this and then lose your Lumina to the pop anyway. Gauze coming in. That's going to get hit with Honest. And I think they're just going to set and pass. Yeah, so sets two passes. Oh, Surge manages to hit the real one and leave the bluff Miracle Fusion. Nice, very nice. Okay, just into the Raikou, going to tribute the Celestia for not great mills. They are going to get to see the hand now off the back of that. So they're going to pitch out the Celestia. They're going to lose one of their Miracle Fusions and the Fortress. Not too worried on this side if you're JG though, because you do have the Machina Force still ready to go. Gareth is going to get in, and Celestia in as well. Draws into the third Miracle Fusion. Wow, JG really struggling to get off the line on this one. I mean, the Fortress coming out is helpful though, so Fortress coming out now. Going to try and get over the Gareth, that's going to be successful. Sets the bluff Miracle Fusion and passes, draws into the Lila. Into the Lila, there's just no way, right? Yeah. JG gonna see the Lila and just scoop it up. Understandable. Okay. Bit premature. They still had like a lot of board presence like with the Fortress alone. So yeah, I think maybe a little bit premature in terms of a scoop. They could have maybe played out of that. Opening hands for game 2 are Lila, Storm, Honest, Card Trooper and Necro Gardener. Mirror Force Bottomless, Scrap Recycler, Force, Solemn and Gauze. Wow, what a hand. Okay. Just going to pass it though. Yeah, draws into the Lila. So it draws into the Kaiku. Lila coming out now. Lila going to attack him for 17. Going to respond with the Gauze. Mills and end phase are going to be Cyber Dragon, Celestia and Cold Wave. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you would have liked to have seen the Cyber Dragon in hand versus this matchup, but the Celestia is okay. Draws into the Nobleman. Yeah, Nobleman's interesting. I wonder how many Raikou Surges actually playing, because a lot of the time what we see now, especially after the Ryanide like PPG like winning list, and I think he topped the R-bet with it, Raikou is pretty much a one of in Lightsworn now, one maybe two. The decks that are actually playing Raikou multiples now really only value and anything that's got like a Hamster Raikou Kaius engine. So yeah, not always going to be the most efficient side, but maybe JG just doesn't really have anything else for Lightsworns, and they're thinking the Raikou might be, you know, more multiple. They have seen in the last game, they have seen 2 Raikou, so they know they're not. They know that Surge isn't just playing the kind of the now standardized kind of aggressive Lightsworn deck. Scrappy Cycler going to dump Fortress, Force Pitch to summon Fortress. Everything going in attack now. I'm going to Honest. Honest is going to destroy the Fortress, but the Fortress is then going to take out the Lila. So they are going to get him for 17, 9, 27. Wrong way around, JG. You know better than this. Says they didn't know the Gauls, did they? No, they didn't know the Gauls. Set Solemn, Nobleman, Mirror Force, and the Bottomless. Okay. Okay. It's got the Heavy Storm. Gonna get that with the Solemn. So they've still got Nobleman, Mirror Force, Bottomless. Do they have enough lights? No, they don't have enough Lightsworns for this JD yet. But that Card Trooper is looking pretty tempting if you're Surge right now. They're going to go for it. So Card Trooper Mills. Ugh. Oppression Charge, but the Wolf. Okay, I think you take that in this position. Brings out the Wolf now. Going to try and get in. That's going to get met with Mirror Force. Card Trooper going to pick one up. That's going to pick up Cyber Dragon. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Main 2, Cyber Dragon going to try and come out. It's going to get met with a Bottomless. And they're going to go game 3. Okay. Cool. So, Surge going to get to go first in game number 3. Let's have a look at opening hands. So, you've got Prisma, Ocean, Gear Frame, Stratos, and Miracle Fusion. Wow, what a hand. This is why this hero, like Machina deck, is so crazy. Look at this. It's 2 Stratoses. This gets you into your Machina engine. This gets you into your hero engine. It's Miracle Fusion. And this is already a 1-card Ab-Zero. So... they're going second, but this is nice. This side we have Honest, Plague, Cyber, Arcus, Celestia, and Decree. So let's see it. So we're just going to start with Arcus, Set, Decree, Mills, Raikou, and Oppression. Draws into another copy of Prisma. Going to start with that Prisma. Dump Ocean, reveal Terra Firma. Going to try and get in. Damage step, they're going to force out the Honest. Going to Miracle Fusion now for the Ab-Zero. Pass it back. Okay, draws into JD. Yeah. Okay. Tough to know how you want to play this out. I think you just Celestia. You try and mill good. And you eat the fact that your Celestia is going to go. Which actually helps kind of fuel your JD. Which only really then needs one more. Okay, I think that's what the play is. So they are going to do it. Celestia, Mills a Wolf, and a Garroth. So this is enough for JD. This is enough for JD. Yeah, so the Wolf comes out now. JD comes down. I think it's a little unnecessary to summon the JD. Just because you're already up and you're not winning. And you have Decree, so you don't know what these 4 cards are in hand, but if any of them are traps, you have Decree to turn them off. They're probably not doing enough to get through 8,000 life points and a Wolf in 1 turn, and you're not winning the game this turn. So I feel like the JD is a bit unnecessary there, but it does give you 4 mills in end phase, so maybe that's what Surge is going for. They mill another Wolf. Okay. Passes over. Was that 4 mills? I think that might have only been 3 mils. It's okay though. We're probably thinking this one's over. Yep. Okay. Yeah, JG Billiards realising they can't really do much throughout this board now. So yeah, looking at the hand, they've got Gear Frame Fortress. They can set up a fortress, but it's not going to get destroyed or targeted, so it's not really going to give them any value. They could get over a Wolf if they really wanted to, but they're just dead next turn to JD anyway. So maybe the JD is, if nothing else, sped this game up. Really good match though. JG Billiards, incredible player with this kind of weird scrap recycler steamroid version of Machina Hero that they've been doing really well with, and clearly obviously quite high rated. Surge, yeah, absolute handle on this Lightsworn deck. One of the best Lightsworn players on ladder, maybe in the world, and always a pleasure to see them play out. Some cool kind of like changes to the deck I think we've seen, so I don't think they've always been on Reincarnation. A lot of the time people are going back and forth between Reincarnation and Beckoning. It's just tough to know which one's going to be the most effective. Beckoning, obviously you're pitching your whole hand, and normally that's kind of fine, and it doesn't give your opponent like the ability to like take out what you're going to pick, you know, because you don't have to target with it. But Reincarnation, you know, discarding one card, which can always be vital, you know, if you're trying to pitch a Plague or a Necro anyway, so that can benefit you, and then getting back a JD or something like that. So I understand the kind of glory of both, and actually I wonder if they side this in over Beckoning or whatever when they like side into Royal Decree. Maybe they even just, you know, keep the decrees in anyway. So yeah, really cool. I'd love to get Surge's list and just see what it looks like, because I do love this deck myself. I'm a bit of a Lightsworn fanboy. It's always good to see it do well at the top tables.